Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is December 24th. Happy Christmas Eve to everybody out there. Taking a look at the visible satellite imagery with the Doppler radars overlaid. Check out this line of thunderstorms that moved across some of the Sierra Nevada and foothill areas yesterday. If I put this into motion, look at all the lightning strikes on the leading edge of that. There's Lake Tahoe right there. It kind of died as it got towards the lake, but you can see that the precipitation was fairly heavy with some of this frontal system into the foothill areas, and this continues on right now. In fact, we just had a thunderstorm pop up there. Looks like on the east slopes of the Sierra Nevada there, south of Lake Tahoe. And we have thunderstorm potential back here as well. You can see some cold air cumulus. Not a lot of it, but there is going to be that thunderstorm potential as we go on through the day today. And then our eyes turn off in towards Christmas nighttime and on in through the end of the month, because we have additional rounds of storms. And almost it's going to seem never ending here for portions of Northern California, mainly Bay Area north, as we get system after system continuing to bring precipitation. And on top of that, I mean, you guys have seen on social media what's been going on. Pier destroyed there near the Bay Area. Huge waves swamping the coastlines. We had a fatality. We've had people swept up in the waves. Again, be careful out there. There's a lot of water rescues. If you are out there requiring a water rescue or anything, you are taking, time away from people who are saving lives and could be saving somebody else that is in distress as well. So please do not go out there into the surf zones. Stay out of the water. Let's just go out there and enjoy the view or whatnot, but let's try not to become a casualty yourself. It happens to people every single year. Now, taking a look at some of the storm reports out here, we got wind, we got landslides. You can see waves rushing onto the coastal highway. And if I go down here, this is where the bad news occurred. You can see there was a fatality. Someone was pulled out of the waves and the debris there because of the high surf. And we've had wind reports, flooding reports all over the place. Turn around, don't drown when you run into those water-covered roadways. Now, this is what's known as a mesoscale precipitation discussion. This is another great tool here. You can kind of see, this is usually for meteorologists here, but if you want, you can go ahead and check it out on the National Weather Service site. There's still some flash flooding potential with this frontal system as it moves south. They got a great discussion here as well. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and give that a look, or you can kind of Google this or go to the National Weather Service page. Now, big waves up and down the coastline. That continues for today. You can see Medford, large breakers to 24 feet. Keep a respectful distance from the coastline. Then we got big winds coming in here Wednesday night through Thursday morning. Additional systems will be rolling in through the period. Look at this: Crescent City 53, Neyland 53 as well. And so we got additional storms coming. We'll go over that here in a moment. And this, again, we'll be wrapping up as we go through the afternoon and evening tonight, but we still have the winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings. This is still ongoing for many areas right now, and the snow levels will be dropping as we go through the day today. Some gusty winds out there, and this one goes through 7 p.m. tonight. There could be still some lingering snow after that, however, as well. Isolated thunderstorms possible as we go through early this evening. I mentioned a little bit of that, and you can see it includes a lot of the area, Bay Area, Redding, all the way down towards Modesto and down towards the San Joaquin Valley as well. Now, check this out. I've never seen a breaking wave graphic with waves to 60 feet. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's continuing on and through the day today. If you're out in the water, I don't know why you would be here, but just, take it easy, because there's a lot of water rescues there yesterday. So let's go ahead and try to stay out of the water here. But yeah, just absolutely ridiculous waves up and down the entire state of California, northwest, all the way down through Southern California. And again, the thunderstorm risk. Now, this is the frontal system still moving across some of the region. And you can see we do have the flood watch for the foothills. We have winter storm warnings for the higher terrain, winter weather advisories. We got high wind warnings, and we got wind advisories. The wind is going to switch out of the northwest and west and get quite strong across portions of Southern California, portions of Nevada. It's going to turn northerly. I'll show you that here in a moment. But you can see that we are dealing with some isolated amounts up to 15 inches above 8,000 feet. And again, those gusty winds and snow levels probably down towards 6,000 feet, maybe a little bit of snowfall below that elevation as well. Now, Southern California, Los Angeles, talking about the big waves also. So I think I've mentioned this enough. You guys can get the gist. And all the way down through San Diego also. I got a graphic out covering that. Now, looking out towards Las Vegas, you can see there is that precipitation will be rolling through here today. You can see the temperatures, nice graphic here from the National Weather Service, Las Vegas, and on into Christmas Day, some of those lingering showers. Now, this is the wave action, and it's just been elevated for a few days now, and it's going to remain elevated as we go on in through this week, especially Northern California, but at times spreading across Southern California. And I mean, we're all the way in towards this weekend, and just still energetic waves impacting a lot of the coast, and maybe we start to get a bit of a break as we go in towards the new year, but no promises there. I mean, still some big waves rolling towards the coastline with additional storms out over the Pacific Ocean helping to generate those waves. And you can see the wave direction here as well. And again, just very energetic waves been rolling up and down the coastal areas here. Maybe a little bit of a break Bay Area south as we go towards the end of the week, but it might not last long. You can see them coming down the coastline again there. But check this out, the wave height. In fact, let me make this a little bit smaller here, but this is the Bay Area. So they talked about the long 20-second period, and these waves that are showing up off the coastline towards 28 feet are coming in as 50-plus foot breakers as they approach the coastal areas. It's just absolutely ridiculous wave heights. You can see how that really ramped up as we went through the day yesterday. That's why the pier was destroyed, and that's why there were so many water rescues out there, people getting drugged by the waves and pushed up into creeks and streams as well. Just absolutely wild. So taking a look at the composite reflectivity. So this is where we are right about now. That frontal system sagging south, still bringing, we've got a ways to go here for some of the central and southern Sierra Nevada as we go through the day today. That's about 4 p.m. Thunderstorm potential with some of these showers behind the front. And then we go on in through tonight and finally start to wrap that up as we go towards midnight. But then we take a look out across the Pacific Ocean as another system will be arriving as we go through Christmas night. And then it might not stop raining for a while for some locations. We got another system coming after that, and then another system after that as well that has kind of atmospheric river looking characteristics into portions of Northern California. So we're going to have some flooding issues coming up as we go on in towards next weekend, no doubt. Now, if we take a look at the winds, so notice the winds coming down with the frontal system here, Sierra Nevada, across the exposed ridges and whatnot. But look at the winds really pick up across some of the transverse range, the desert areas, peninsular range, and they really get gusty out of the north across portions of Nevada. And look at the desert areas out of the west and out of the northwest as we go all the way on in through Christmas. So be careful if you're out there traveling back and forth during the time frame. Anytime today on into tomorrow, the winds are going to be a bit stronger than they normally would be. Looking at the European, this is a last night's run here. So there's the storm that cast a frontal system. That's moving up towards British Columbia. This is about 10 a.m. this morning. Frontal system continues its trek off to the east, and then we got the next one rolling in Christmas night. Another round of rain and mountain snows. Big waves still rolling in. Yet another system rolls through here as we go through Thursday into Friday. Not much break between these systems, as you can see. And look at this one, atmospheric river bouncing around across Northern California, and then another strong frontal system moving down across the Bay Area as we go on in through early next week. And if we take a look at 24-hour snowfall, this is pretty good. This is going through tomorrow morning. We like to see that snow across the higher terrain. We're going to be above average across the Sierra Nevada. No doubt by the end of this week for many locations. Then another system rolls in there, and then we get a break. And then yet another system bringing additional rounds of mountain snow as we go on in through the upcoming weekend. So if we take a look at, I've elevated these totals a little bit, 75th percentile, but I want to kind of drive home the point that these systems are going to be very persistent in bringing heavy rainfall at times. This is just through Sunday coming up, and you can see some of these totals getting up into the purples, which means, 10 plus inches for a lot of areas. Not a lot, but some individual areas, and a kind of widespread, 5, 6, 7, 8 inch totals. Sacramento Valley getting some nice rainfall at times, same with the Bay Area, but it's a tale of two halves of the state. Southern California, again, just being left out as we go through this upcoming weekend. You're getting a little bit of light rain here today, but not much to speak of here over the next, 5, 6 days or so. So just kind of exacerbating the imbalance we've been getting. Northern California usually gets more rain, but the anomaly has definitely been much higher for Northern California and well below normal for Southern California. And taking a look at the passes here in the snow levels, you can see they're remaining around 6, drop down towards 5, back up towards 6, 7, but generally remaining at or below pass level as we go on into the 26th towards the 27th. Now, day 1 excessive rainfall outlook. This is the frontal system today, wrapping that up. Day 2, Pacific Northwest. Day 3 starts to include Northern California again. Day 4, same thing there. But look at day 5. They've caught on to that atmospheric river characteristic with that system here as we go through the 28th to the 29th here. So we could really be looking at some serious flooding situations unfolding across Northern California. We really got to watch this because the rainfall gets really persistent. And then if we wrap it up with a strong atmospheric river or even a moderate one, we're going to have some flooding issues. Now, this is since October 1st. Look at this, just cut off right at the Bay Area. Now, Northern California already gets more precipitation than Southern California, of course. Most people know that, but 150% of normal. And then you're looking at Southern California. In many areas, you're looking at 25, in many areas, 5% or less across Southern California. So this is really kind of an issue here. We could be introducing some drought across Southern California, while Northern California just has all the rainfall they can handle. And this goes back to July 1st. Look at this, some places 150 up towards 200% of normal versus just some areas across Southern California have not gotten meaningful rainfall since last spring. 6 to 10 day, there we go, lower 48, and there's the cutoff over the next 6 to 10 day as well, then the 8 to 14 day. Take that with a grain of salt right now. We'll continue to break that down and see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, watch out again. Another very active day along the coastline as far as waves are concerned. Turn around, don't drown. If you run into some of those flooded roadways, snow across the higher terrain. Winds are coming as we go through tonight as well. So yeah, hopefully you are where you need to be for the Christmas holiday. And yeah, we'll continue to break things down day by day. Hope you guys are liking the videos. Click like and subscribe. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.